You and Chris Brown.
Me and Chris Brown. Shout out to Chris.
You started working with Chris on his first single.
Yo, at the end of the day, man, you know, Chris know what's up, man. I remember Chris stood right here in the studio. He was dancing. He came in here doing all the crazy shit. You know what I mean? You know, wanted me to get on the running record. You know, at the time, I guess the record wasn't really getting the spins that they would have liked it to be getting. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to put an artist on it, you know. Niggas want that swag, that street cred, the swag and the street cred at the same time. I mean, who but me was popping? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I jumped on there. Wait till you see my eye. That was real big. That definitely put me on another level too. So, you know,
in the pop category.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
The pop audience.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it at all. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful look for me. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know, it was definitely a beautiful look for him too. And you know, as far as the Back to the Crib situation, despite the situation that Chris Brown was actually going through, like with Rihanna and all that, you dig what I'm saying? A lot of people were telling me, you know, it's a bad time to kind of do a record with Chris Brown. It's a bad time to kind of do a record with Chris Brown. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Me and him made magic together. You know, I heard the record. Shout out to Polo the Don. He gave me the beat for the record. You know what I mean? The chorus was actually already there, and I heard Chris saying that hook. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about. When I hear music and I hear a record, it's like if I hear it and I hear somebody on it, then that's why I wouldn't just put somebody on the record because they're hot at the moment, because they're the one to put on the record at the moment. I do it because it feels right with the record. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like at the time, you know, Chris felt right with the record. Reached out to Chris. He was in Miami, had the studio locked out. Flew out there, knocked out the record, went to the basketball game, you know. Chris, I was supposed to be on that Deuces record too. Calling you out right now. You're supposed to holler at me for that, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you're supposed to holler at me for the Deuces, man.
Like it kind of feels like Chris is back now with that Deuces record.
Hey man, Chris is a great artist. I never felt like
it seems like the people are embracing him again.
Yeah,
you know
on that level, yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? In my eyes, I always knew he was a great artist. You know, I felt like a lot of people were taking what happened a little bit further than they should have been. You know, he's a kid, yeah. So he's liable to make these mistakes before people that's more grown up and been through situations. He's a kid that got a lot at so young. You know what I'm saying? So dealing with life right now is just hard. Like a lot of people, they want to be star, but this life is crazy, you know. This life will chew you up and spit you out if you ain't ready for it, man. So, you know, Chris is dealing with a lot. You know, he probably whatever. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, I feel like the media, you know, they go crazy with everything. Yep. Look at what the fuck they did with, who was it, Jesse James? They did it with, it's like you can't even have no privacy no more. Like, and these niggas with the cameras, same niggas doing all this dumb shit, cheating on they doing all the same fucked up shit that people doing. And the women are doing the same thing too. So at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man. But what I find it funny is that a lot of that media gets broadcasted bigger than media that's supposed to be. Like what's going on in these neighborhoods and what's going on with real life action and shit that's going on in the street. Niggas getting murdered, niggas getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Niggas not having nowhere to go at night. You dig? Shit like that, you know? It's like they rather talk about Jesse James cheating with a girl with a bunch of tattoos and all that.
One thing I've always wondered, man, I've always wanted to ask you this, but you know, we haven't kicked it in a while, is in the Back to the Crib. The first time I heard the chorus, and Chris goes, she don't know that we going back to the crib. First thing I thought was, where does she think she was going? You know you're gonna take her back to her car and suddenly you're driving home.
You
like,
know, no.
It almost seems like a date rape waiting to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like on some real shit. Cause I'm like, no one else noticing this except for me.
No,
like,
you know,
it sounds crazy when he said it.
You know what you know how I looked at it as? You know, it's an honor to go back to the crib. We don't take too many girls back to the crib.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of girls get the telly action. You know what I'm saying? So to take her back to the crib, that was like, you know.
Okay, so that's what it meant.
That's what I looked at. That was my analogy. You You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. We going back to the crib, baby. You know that's a pool out in the back. That's a jacuzzi upstairs. That's all types of extra things that you know what I mean, you ain't gonna see when you go back to your crib, and it ain't gonna be at a hotel. You heard? Or you know what I mean? It's a lot of we celebrities, man. It's a lot of backseat of car out there. Listen, I'm not referring to me. I'm just saying there's a lot of crazy things that go on, man. A lot of, you know what I mean, going to the bathroom. They said something about Trey caught an incident in the bathroom. You know what I mean? I don't know. I heard. This is so I heard, but you know, we entertainers, so it's a lot going on. So a girl may think she could be going anywhere, so I don't know.